At the start of the episode, we're reminded how all of humanity became immortal, but in exchange, everyone was turned into stone. Humans didn't like that, and Dr. Zeno says they'll go to the moon and negotiate with whoever is behind this. The episode is titled Future Engine. Dr. Zeno has now joined Senku's team to go to the moon, which surprises everyone. Then Jen asks about a machine in front of them. Zeno explains that it's cooling air, but actually it's extracting argon gas from the atmosphere. Taiju calls it a cooler, but Zeno corrects him. Suika gets curious and asks how it works. Zeno explains that electricity is passed through a glass tube filled with argon gas. Suika questions how electricity can pass through air, and Zeno demonstrates it. They explain that this machine detects radiation and can help locate mineral deposits. It's actually a 21st century technique, and Zeno even says a middle schooler could make it with enough knowledge. After finding ore deposits, they start mining. They find iron, molybdenite, chromium ore, nickel, and more. Senku gets super excited because these are exactly the rare materials needed to build a spaceship. Then they bring out the Perseus ship from the water after 7 years. It's in terrible condition. Kaseki promises to fix it, but instead, they decide to dismantle it and recycle the iron, since iron is scarce in that region. Senku suggests remodeling it into a new Perseus. Next, they create a new material by combining metals, a super alloy. By mixing chromium with iron, they create something stronger and resistant to rust and corrosion, stainless steel. But what do they use it for? Senku says, food cans. Everyone is confused, but they start packing food in stainless steel cans. With added elements like zirconium and tantalum, these cans can preserve food for up to 3,700 years. In modern times, something like this would cost millions. They continue reviving strong people using revival fluid and preparing for the moon mission, but they still need more materials from around the world. So they decide to split into teams. One team stays behind to continue scientific work. One team goes back to Corn City. The third team travels across the world to gather materials. Meanwhile, they work on fuel. Since they don't have petroleum, Senku introduces biofuel, made from organic waste like leaves, leftover food, etc. They collect gas from decomposition and store it in tanks. Kaseki builds a spherical tank, and they perfect its shape using an explosion trick. Dr. Zeno works on super alloys and explains that creating them requires extreme heat and dangerous processes. Toxic gases are involved, which can kill through skin contact. He calls himself a dark scientist, someone who handles dangerous tasks, while Senku is a light scientist who leads humanity forward. Together, they form the ultimate combination. Months pass, and finally they test a gas turbine engine. It's not yet a full rocket engine, but it's a big step forward. Then the new Perseus is completed, with a massive upgrade. Old, 300 horsepower, 4-knot speed. New, 10,000 horsepower, much faster. They can cross the Pacific in 40 days and the Atlantic in weeks. During their journey, they enjoy modern-like comforts, electricity, AC, even ice cream. But communication is tricky. Without satellites, they rely on Morse code. Then comes a shocking moment. They detect a signal, possibly from the moon. At first, it seems random, but when decoded, it says, "Do you want to die?"